It's Black History Month, so let's talk about the American dream, the idea that it's not available to black people. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that at all. And a great example of that, as I tell you, is a story from my personal life, a story of my grandparents. So they were raised in Cape Verde, a country that of itself, when they were kids, wasn't free. It was a providence of another country. And one day, they made the choice to come to America and chase the same dream they knew they shouldn't have. Because when the people in my family started coming in droves, white people in their communities called them crazy, told them they didn't speak English, told them that they didn't matter. And every day they got up and went to work. For over 40 years, both of them worked at the Gillette factory that still stands in Boston, Massachusetts. And they faced inequality, and they faced injustice. From lower wages to kids throwing lunches at them on their way to work, refusal to sit in a seat. A segregated city filled with segregated people. And they further chased that dream. Our grandfather retired, and he bought a store at a time when many black men were not owning stores. Multiple times, white people from surrounding neighborhoods tried to drive him away. People were shot down right in front of it. See, it didn't matter that it wasn't an urban environment. Still, the idea that a black man could be successful angered white people at a time when it was acceptable to be angry about this. And they sold it. And he bought real estate. And he did the one thing that white people told him he couldn't do. As a black man from a foreign country who didn't speak English, he came from $1.80 an hour and made more money than any of the people that came into his store and told him he couldn't have one, told him he couldn't have his dream. When he retired, he sat in one of the whitest communities in the state he came to, looked them all in the face and said, "I did it." So the idea that black people are not allowed the American dream stems from the idea that we're not good enough to have it, that we're lazy, that we're incompetent, that we don't work hard enough. And like myself, I know many of you have examples in your life of how much that isn't true. I think it's important to remember that the progression that we've seen in this country towards our fight didn't just come from politicians and political leaders. It didn't just come from activists. It came from every black American, every person of color who stood up every day and said, despite what you think of me, I will be more. I will do more. I will show you that with everything you do to me, I'm still going to stand up. So that's what I urge you to do. Stand up. Do everything they told you you can't. Do everything someone tells you shouldn't do. Have an impact. Be a drop in the puddle. And watch how far your ripples reach.